us, and if you're really keen, come down and Port Elliot or Glenelg, and it's Thursday, the 6th of August.
Yep.
We've got experts coming over from Sydney to present, and we'll have some exclusive deals there as well.
Well done. Everything you heard on the show today, you can find out more at pht.com.au or Glenelg, Norwood, Modbury, Hyde Park, Semaphore, Stirling, Victor, the Barossa, Gawler, and the corporate team as well. Lovely to see you. Welcome back.
And fantastic. And our phones open for the next 30 minutes.
Yes.
At PHT.
Thank you for reminding me. The live stream's coming up after 3 o'clock. The Travel Lounge, yes, until 3:30. So people call 8223 0055. Anything discussed or anywhere you want to go in the world?
Yep. Give us a buzz.
Thanh you. Great to see you. Thanks for doing my job. Peter Williams, PHT. My guest.
David and Will invite you into the studio every morning with 5AA's live video stream of The Breakfast Show. Step up to end homelessness. Walk a mile in my boots. Register or donate today. walkamile.org.au.
The news and information that matters. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Cloudy this afternoon, showers tomorrow and 15. With the 3 o'clock news, good afternoon. I'm Mel Usher.
Plan your next getaway with the experts at Spark Travel, where every journey begins with a friendly conversation.
A defamation complaint against Premier Peter Malinauskas over Adelaide Writers' Week comments has been dropped. Dr Randa Abdel Fattah citing the prohibitive cost and risk. The complaint stemmed from comments made following the author's removal from the 2026 Writers' Week lineup. The Royal Commission into Anti-Semitism and Social Cohesion has heard Jewish Australians feel like they're having to justify their place in Australia. The probe has been hearing from leaders of synagogues and Jewish schools, including Rabbi Levi Wolf of Central Synagogue in Bondi Junction. Rabbi Wolf says Jews are having to change how they live because of anti-Semitic abuse.
That is something that should worry not only Jews, that should worry the Australian community, where somebody has to have courage to openly declare what faith they believe in.
One Nation leader Pauline Hanson is embarking on a national listening tour in a bid to capitalise on her party's popularity. Michael Packey says she made the announcement during an appearance in Perth.
Senator Hanson used the function to announce a national listening tour to hear concerns from everyday Australians.
Pubs, businesses, kitchen tables, maybe even a few fish and chip shops.
Separately, the One Nation leader has come to the defence of her high-profile recruit Barnaby Joyce following a bizarre outburst on national TV last night. Mr Joyce shouted at his dog, who was distracting him during an interview. Senator Hanson posted, "You've got to love live TV," dealing with a barking dog during an already hostile ABC interview.
Italian car maker Fiat has stopped importing passenger vehicles into Australia as sales plummet. The iconic brand recorded just a dozen local sales last month after struggling to compete with cheap electric alternatives. Director of Content at Drive, James Wood, says established car manufacturers are under immense pressure.
Sales are going down. You see a lot of these other legacy brands are really fighting against the tide from some of these new Chinese brands that are bringing in cars with value that just simply cannot be competed with.
America's Gulf Coast is on storm watch thanks to Tropical Storm Bertha. A watch has been issued from the Florida Panhandle to the southeast Louisiana coast, including Panama City and Pensacola, Florida, Alabama and parts of Mississippi. Now turning to 5AA sport, and former Collingwood coach Nathan Buckley admits he doesn't know what's next for his coaching career. More from Eddie Summerfield.
It was a missed call followed by a text message from Brendan Gale, how Nathan Buckley found out he'd missed out on the Tasmanian coaching job.
Went home, kicked the dog, threw the toys out of the cot. And,
the former Collingwood coach getting on with life as Geelong assistant coach.
Yeah, I'll be absolutely committed to what's going on at Geelong. I've got an option for an extra year there, and that's probably the most likely outcome.
Buckley telling Fox Footy he respects the decision. His next move likely won't be coaching Carlton or Essendon.
I don't think I would enter those processes.
To cricket, Pat Cummins and Josh Hazlewood are back at full fitness ahead of next month's Test series against Bangladesh in Darwin and Mackay. Hazlewood hasn't played a Test match in 12 months, while Cummins only played once during last summer's Ashes series. Chair of Selectors George Bailey says they're ready to go.
Those guys, along with everyone else in the squad and a few others, hitting the finishing touches. You know, those guys in particular are probably a bit more of a a couple of physical things to tick off, but understanding is all fit.
Now checking 5AA traffic.
Afternoon at Cowandilla. Slippery conditions with an oil spill. Marion Road near Sir Donald Bradford Drive. Take it easy and very slow through there at the moment. Hope Valley, urgent telecommunication works. Reservoir Road near Pope Crescent. And Parafield Gardens, urgent sewer works there. Kings Road near Andrew Smith Drive. Busy Fullerton Road to the Britannia roundabout with a camera this afternoon. Hub Drive at Aberfoyle Park. The census is coming this August. You'll get instructions soon on what to do. In the census, every answer matters. Authorised by the Australian Bureau of Statistics, Canberra. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast, cloudy this afternoon, showers tomorrow 15, then a shower or two Thursday 14, and a possible shower Friday 14. Right now it's 17 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Alice Monfries. Tonight, In Orbit, SA's world-first quantum clock, how it could make telco meltdowns a thing of the past. The grocery staples that have soared in price, what you'll pay more for next, and the items you should only ever buy on sale. And Ken Hinckley's Tassie appointment has the power bracing for poachings. 9 News, your news, nightly at 6 on 9 and 9 now.
In Adelaide and across South Australia, this is 5AA, always Adelaide.
Local, topical, fun. This is Afternoons with Leith Forrest.
Welcome. 5AA afternoon, 6 minutes after 3 on this Tuesday, the 21st day of July. Last hour of the show and a big hour on the way. Turkey Tuesday, thanks to Turkey Flat Vineyards, is coming up very shortly. Your chance to win a mixed 24-pack of the 250ml Turkey Flat wine cans, the Rosé, the Pinot Gris and the Shiraz Grenache. It's vibrant, it's refreshing, it's what makes the rosé a favourite. Strawberries, floral undertones and a crisp finish. You can enjoy responsibly. That'll be a little bit of fun with our Turkey Tuesday. Who has been a turkey? I've suggested Barnaby Joyce.
Sit down!
All right, Barnaby. Somebody not happy with that, though. Lou on the text said, Leith, you are a bias soy boy Labor wanker. No better than the lady on 7:30 last night. Labor has completely ruined this country in the last 4 years, yet you never criticise their policies, which have caused inflation, high interest rates, high electricity and the housing crisis. Sad to see people in the media hate this country so much. Wow. Thank you, Lou. All I'm saying, Lou, is I don't think Barnaby should talk to his dog like that.
Sit down!
I didn't say anything about Labor or about One Nation or the Libs for that matter. I just don't think that's appropriate behaviour. That's what Turkey Tuesday's all about. Thank you, Lou. 8223 0000 or text if you'd like to join us. Big hour on the way. So we've got Turkey Tuesday. We're also going to catch up with Andy Serkis. Now, Andy Serkis, if you remember, and you loved Lord of the Rings, played Gollum. And he's been in a heap of other things, including Planet of the Apes and Batman and so many other films. He's going to join us. His new film is out now. It's in cinemas now. It's called Animal Farm from the George Orwell book. It's an animated version of that particular film, so he will join us this hour as well. Plus, we've got time for your calls, emails and SMS. 8223 0000. Graham in Henley Beach. Hello, Graham.
G'day, Leith.
G'day, Graham.
Your resident space nut.
Yes, you too. Are you excited the fact that we've got our big space event on in Adelaide today and tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going tomorrow.
Excellent.
Be fantastic, buddy.
Yeah.
It was interesting. I was listening to Graham Gooding's show this morning, and he did bring up the fact that it's the anniversary of the moon landing.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, whenever it comes up, the conspiracy people come out.
Yes.
Of their holes. So, and I think he had 3 or 4 text messages saying we didn't land on the moon. I think one guy rang up and said we didn't land on the moon. And as a kid, my late father was a radio technician. And I can only barely remember because I was very, very young, probably 6 or 7 years old at the time. We went to Canberra. And we went to Canberra for the specific reason he got a job helping to upgrade the park's telescope.
From the dish?
From the dish, the original dish. So I have an affiliation with that movie because my late father actually worked on that telescope. Because the Yanks paid to upgrade it, so because at the time when they landed, the southern hemisphere was the only place that could receive signals the first 2 or 3 hours
Yeah, that's right.
Of them leaving the space vehicle on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was Parkes, Titbimbilla, and Carnarvon. They were all upgraded. The Yanks paid for the whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think about it, the tax dollar for the Yanks at the time, I think for every American taxpayer, almost half of a dollar was put into the moon mission.
Yeah.
It was a massive expense, huge expense, nothing you'd ever see again, I wouldn't imagine. And that explains why we haven't gone back there again, because of the expense.
That's right. A lot of people say that, don't they? Oh, why don't we go back? Why did we do it all those years ago but not again? Because it's just so unaffordable. More and more is on the way, as you know, Graham, being a space enthusiast yourself. But I think the fact that we've got our Space Forum here in Adelaide, the Andy Thomas Space Foundation, getting all the big guns, people from NASA, people from the US government defence, we've got astronauts, space agency types from all around the world here in Adelaide for 2 days. And it was great to have Eric Phillips, you know, who's a polar explorer and astronaut himself, to come on the show. So it just shows you that in this country and maybe around the world, we're becoming a place that is known as being on the forefront of these kind of issues when it comes to space and defence. So, well, we're checking out. I'd love to hear how you go tomorrow, Graham, what you thought of that, because it's quite the coup, I think, to have it in Adelaide over the next couple of days. I appreciate the call. Andrew said before the break, for non-believers, there were 6 crewed moon landings, Apollo 11 in 69, 17 in 72. 2 crews per landing, still some items on the moon that are visible, been photographed, such as rover tracks and astronaut footpaths, shadows cast by hardware and more. Paul was watching the moon landing when he was getting a hernia operation in the legacy ward at the Repat at Dawes Park. They looked after us, Australia's critical systems. For those who don't quite understand, the ward after the operation, I remember, was commenced by soldiers, got me out of bed, past my matron. I actually sat under a blanket between 2 stumpy legs of soldiers from Vietnam while we were watching the black and white television. There you go, Paul. Nice memories of the moon landing there. You can join us, 8223 0000, or text. It's 13 after 3, a short break, and Hollywood great Andy Serkis next.
Get outside your comfort phone with the Google Pixel 10 Pro at Optus. Right now, get it for half price. That's $849 with the device payment plan and an active SIM plan. Featuring Pixel's most powerful chip and an incredible camera at a price you'll love. Make the smart move and visit an Optus store today. Ends 4th August or while stocks last. 256GB model. Discount forfeited if you cancel early. Terms apply.
When it comes to iconic destinations, nothing beats Adelaide Oval. Now you can experience an overnight escape for 2 at the Adelaide Oval Hotel, starting from just $399. Retreat to your luxury room overlooking the parklands. Relax with a complimentary bottle of Hentley Farm Shiraz, plus a bonus Hentley Farm Zellador tasting in the Barossa Valley. Savour a decadent 3-course dinner at Bespoke Wine Bar and Kitchen with stadium views. Book now and stay iconic at ovalhotel.com.au.
Well, planning a group outing does not need to be complicated. 4 Knots Murray River Cruises in Murray Bridge. They offer relaxing private charter cruises for groups of 12 to 40 people, and it's just an hour out of Adelaide. Ideal for retirement villages, social clubs, maybe a birthday, an anniversary, family gathering, or a community group. You're just looking for an easy day out. You can enjoy a peaceful 2-hour cruise along the Murray, scenic views, wildlife, great company, and simple food options too, like coffee and cake. Now, 4 Knots also tailor chartered experiences to suit your group. They want you to be relaxed and organised and have it to be memorable without it over being done. If you'd like to get in touch, you can email 4knots, mrcruise@gmail.com. That's 4knots, mrcruise@gmail.com. 4 Knots Murray River Cruises, providing special outings for groups who want something enjoyable, something local, and something very special. Get in touch today.
The census is coming this August, and we need to hear from people from every walk of life to help plan for Australia's future.
From baristas,
from teachers, from tradies,
from parents,
from people who play sport, and people who cheer sport.
In the census, every answer matters. You'll get your instructions soon on what to do. For more information, visit census.abs.gov.au. Authorised by the Australian Bureau of Statistics, Canberra.
Illusion Gas Log Fire's stock reduction sale is on now. For a limited time, the Australian-made Luminar 3500 is half price. Built to heat up to 100 square metres, the Luminar 3500 is in high demand and stock won't last. Get in store today.
Can't wait to see your future home? Let's bring your vision to life. Visit one of Rossdale Homes' many display villages across Adelaide and the Hills. Explore our stunning layouts, finishes, and our latest designs for inspiration. Whether it's single story, two-story, split level, or even a custom build, our friendly Rossdale team is here to answer all your questions. For open times and locations, visit rossdalehomes.com.au. Rossdale Homes, your local SA builder, because trust is a must.
5AA Afternoons with Leap Forest.
So what a career my next guest, Andy Serkis, has had, from Gollum in Lord of the Rings to Planet of the Apes. So what a career my next guest, Andy Serkis, has had, from Gollum in Lord of the Rings to Planet of the Apes and King Kong and Star Wars and Tintin, Batman franchise, and now some of his best work in Animal Farm. He is the star, or one of the stars, and he's the director of this, a new adaptation of the classic. It is in cinemas now. He joins me, Andy Serkis. Lovely to see you, Andy. Congratulations on the film.
Thanks, Lee. I'm thrilled that you've seen it on the big screen. That's amazing.
Well, it's a credit to you, and it's staggering how in 1945, a book that was written then is still relevant and reflective of 2026.
Absolutely. I mean, that is the incredible thing about Orwell's writing and how prescient he was. I mean, when he wrote, I mean, I read the book when I was about 11, I think, or 12, and I didn't fully understand the political connotations, but when I reread it when I was older, and of course I knew that it was about the collapse of the Russian Revolution and Stalinism and totalitarianism, and each character represented, a specific leader at the time, including Stalin. To try and make it for today's audience, and we talked very closely with the Orwell estate about this. We just figured that what would his political targets be now, because power and oppression and the misuse of and the destruction of truth is still very present, and if not more so now. I mean, in the way that people are manipulated and that leaders have stopped listening to people they're supposed to be treating with dignity and care. So it felt, one, that we wanted to, Orwell wrote a book for young minds, for young people to grapple with dark and difficult subjects. And we just thought, well, what would his political targets be now? And so we wanted to make it relevant and speak to a world that they would understand. And most importantly, we wanted to make a film that young people, really young people, sort of from the age of 5 or 6, could quite happily sit and watch a film with their parents and grandparents. And I think that's what we've done. And yet it still contains all of the messages that Orwell was talking about. We've taken out some of the graphic violence, which is in the book. It does get very violent in the book, but we've sort of implied that darkness and violence underneath a layer of humor and comedy, so that you get it, but it's not violent in the it's implied.
I love how much this means to you, Andy. I know I heard you talk about it's been 15 years or so. This has been a passion project for you. I love that you're so invested with the estate. You're making sure that you're doing it right. It's the third adaptation of the book, like the 54 animation, the 99 live version, now yours now. And I love that you've made this film the way you want to make it, because you're right, it's for a modern day audience.
Absolutely. I mean, we just thought there's and in both of those versions that you've spoken about, they're very powerful films. But there is that we live in a world now where the villains are smiling villains very much, and they don't show themselves. They hide behind glitz and glamour and AI and fakery and control, and they control the people that they're supposed to be listening to in a much more subtle and entertaining way, let's call it. And that was something that we really wanted to bring in this. So Napoleon isn't the kind of gruff, silent, brooding, dictator. He is someone who makes everyone think he's the most amazing leader, and everyone love him and think he's very funny and entertaining. And yet he's corrupting everybody, and particularly one of the ways that we wanted to get into the story was making it accessible through a younger protagonist. This character Lucky, who is a piglet who from the when we meet him at the beginning is best friends with Boxer the Shire horse and is friends with all of the other animals, but very quickly he's manipulated into thinking that Napoleon is right, and that pigs should be more important, and therefore this big divide happens, and very similar to the book. But we wanted the audience to go through that experience, the young members of the audience to go through that experience of feeling corrupted, not really understanding that they're being corrupted, and until it gets to a point where he loses his best friend.
Yeah.
Because he's not able to look out for him anymore. So those are the sorts of choices that we made, I think, to try and to speak to kids now.
You have arguably, Andy, the most stellar voiceover cast I've ever seen in a movie too. Yourself, Seth Rogen, Steve Buscemi, Glenn Close, Laverne Cox, Kieran Culkin, Woody Harrelson, Jim Parsons, Kathleen Turner. That's just naming a few. I'm watching the film and listening to the film thinking, I wonder if the characters help you pick the actor. Like, is it the charisma of Napoleon that attracts you to Seth? Or the whole Boxer the horse and Woody Harrelson? I'm going, well, Woody's kind and he's mild and he's wise, much like the character.
Absolutely. I mean, you hear the voice. When we were writing the script, and Nick Stoller, who is just an awesome screenwriter, he really got what we were trying to do, and he'd worked with Seth quite a lot. And in fact, Seth was one of the first three actors. Jim Parsons, Glenn Close and Seth, we asked about 11 years ago, I think it was, and they all said yes, they wanted to be part of it, and they stuck with it, even though it's taken this long to make, because of their love for the book and their desire to play those characters, I suppose.
I couldn't help watch the film as well, thinking this is a great film for kids to watch with their parents and their grandparents, and then they'll have conversations on the end of it. Who are the pigs in today's world? Who is Mrs. Pilkington, played by Glenn Close? Who is that? Because those people exist in current day life and current day politics.
Absolutely. I mean, well, in the world of big business, we know who the billionaires are who exploit. We know who leaders are around the world who exploit and oppress their people using various different forms of technology and control and surveillance and entertainment and making everyone think they're your best friend, and that they're doing the best for the country. That we recognise leaders, and I have to say, we didn't set out to, as Orwell did, say this specifically is about Stalin or any of the modern leaders of today. We weren't making a partisan film because oppression works in so many different ways, and so we weren't sort of pointing our fingers at one particular regime or sort of center of power, if you like. And it was but the themes of like you say, of control and misinformation and disinformation, they're all there, and they were all there, always there.
It's so present to today, and I don't want to give away the film, albeit people know the story, but the song that you use in the end credits was like the biggest kick in the face on the way out, going, Andy, like it even drills it home even more. Like, you're following along, that's just a perfect full stop for you.
I mean, that's why, and that's the other thing about our movie is that we wanted unlike the book, which is basically 2 acts, it doesn't have a third act, and it ends very bleakly with all the animals outside the window of the farmhouse, and they look in and they look from pig to man and man to pig, and they can't tell the difference. And there is no hope in that at the end of that book. But we felt well, kids, yours will be the next time. It'll be down to you. Yours will be the next time to make it better next time round, so that history doesn't repeat itself.
I thought it was terrific, and now I want to watch it with my kids and have the conversations on the back of it with my kids. So congratulations to you on that. Animal Farm is in cinemas, folks, right now. It would be remiss of me not to ask one question, because you're in New Zealand. You're across the ditch.
I am.
You're directing. Is this the Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum? That's what you're there now for?
That is exactly what I'm here for, yeah. I mean, I can't talk too much about it, but I just want to say that it is wonderful being back in a country that I love. And 26 years later, a lot of the same crew are back, people who made the first films, and it is like coming home in a way. So
I hope there are Pinky bars there in catering, or Buzz bars, or Lemon and Pyroa, all the good New Zealand stuff, Andy. I hope it's all there for you.
Absolutely is.
Animal Farm is in cinemas now, folks. The great Andy Serkis is my guest, one of the stars and the director. You will enjoy it. People of any age, the retelling of the classic story. Thanks so much, Andy.
Thank you so much. Take care, Lee.
Hi, Lucky.
What's up?
We are going on vacation.
I do hope you...
What does that say?
Laughter House!
That sounds awesome. I love to laugh.
It's a slaughterhouse.
Look at all this deliciousness. They want this.
Do you want to be food, or do you want freedom?
Then
let's fight for it. We're free! Whatever goes upon 2 legs is an enemy.
4 legs, good. 2 legs, bad.
No animal shall wear clothes.
Huh? What? We're show pigs.
And all animals are equal. I want that farm.
We should move into the farmhouse, so the humans know we're in charge.
You are about to become my new best friends.
Pigs and humans working together. I like the optics.
Oh, we love the optics. What are optics?
I think it's a kind of seafood. You're wearing clothes!
Would you look at that, I am.
Everything's different, but we're still friends.
All animals are equal, but some are more equal than others.
G'day, Rowie here. If footy's your religion and missing a moment feels like a drop mark in the goal square,
I don't believe it!
The FIVEAA player app is a must-have. Listen live, catch every call and replay. All the big moments, whether you're stuck in traffic or pretending to work like me. It's all right there in your skyrocket. It's free, easy to use, and always on your side. If you haven't already, download the FIVEAA player app today.
The FIVEAA player.
If you're chasing real financial independence, real training and a real future, apply for an underground mining job with Burncut.
The opportunity that Burncut have given me and continue to grow within the company is incredible. The culture, I think, is one of the best. Everyone's super friendly. It comes down from your senior project managers to your truckies. We all treat each other exactly the same.
Real financial independence, real training and a real future. Apply now at burncut.com.
Happy birthday to you. 1, 2, 3.
There's a good reason so many people celebrate their birthday at the Dutch Pantry Cafe. A whole menu of authentic Dutch food for brekkie, brunch or lunch. Think of classics like croquettes, mini Dutch pancakes and Dutch pea soup, along with chip cones and Biscoff milkshakes. However old you're turning, celebrate at the Dutch Pantry Cafe. OG Road, Clemzig, open 7 days. Look for the big windmill.
Shower time. The best time of the...
Is that a crack in my grout?
Cracks mean leaks. Hidden damage.
Watery damage. The home we love falling apart around us.
We should move out.
Got grout out? Time to call the Grout Guy.
We'll take the old grout out and put the new grout in.
Thinking about downsizing? Discover over 50s lifestyle living at Northern Community Residential Village in Penfield. New homes are now selling from just $500,000. With no stamp duty, no council rates and no exit fees, it's a smart financial move. Northern Community Residential Village offers secure, low-maintenance living in a friendly community of like-minded over 50s. Embrace your next chapter in style and comfort. Visit ncrv.com.au to book a tour today.
At Residential Letting, we believe less is more. It's why property management is all we do. It's why each of our experienced property managers give you more time. It's why we build and maintain such strong relationships with good landlords and tenants. Check out our Google reviews for the proof. To experience the difference, call the team at Residential Letting for a chat or visit residentialletting.com.au because property management is all we do.
Discover the beauty and romance of France with Scenic and Phil Hoffman Travel. Over 11 awe-inspiring days. Sail through France on a scenic, all-inclusive luxury river cruise. Includes return international flights and a bonus one-night luxury hotel stay before or after your cruise. With multiple departures from March to October 2027. Now's the time to plan your unforgettable French river cruise. Prices start from $7,790 per person twin share. Visit pht.com.au.
This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, Mel Usher with the news headlines. Palestinian-Australian author Randa Abdel Fattah has dropped a defamation complaint against the Premier dating back to Writers' Week. Australia Post is expanding its electric vehicle network with a $40 million boost from the federal government. There are warnings from Florida to New Orleans as tropical storm Bertha moves closer. And in sport, the run of injuries continues at West Lakes. Hamstring issues hitting Crow, Luke Pedler and Hugh Bond. The 5AA forecast, cloudy this afternoon, showers tomorrow 15. Right now it is 17. We'll have more news at 4 on 5AA, always Adelaide.
So to quote my namesake Forrest Gump, just help me out with this. So the whole Writers' Week imploded and the end result is what?
The end result is this Randa Abdel Fattah, who took offence to what Peter Malinauskas said after she was removed from the lineup.
Correct.
Has now decided it's too costly and it's too risky to take legal action against him for defamation, so it has been dropped.
So nothing comes of it.
Nothing comes of it.
The festival is cancelled,
the festival
morphs into another festival.
Yeah, as you might remember, something like 100 writers bowed out after that kind of little stoush. Yeah, it was quite a big news story, wasn't it?
So does anyone win, or what's the outcome of this? Have we learnt anything at the end of the day as we all sit down?
Well, questions about free speech, I suppose. You know, are you allowed to question anything these days, or is everyone too litigious?
Yeah, I know. Wow. What an end to a story. It's kind of just...
It just kind of petered out in July.
Didn't it?
Took 6 months, but it's petered out.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. On happier news... it's your birthday.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
You brought Stevie Wonder in for me.
21 today. That's right. Yeah,
21.
Well, look... We weren't quite sure how to celebrate your birthday. And you know what blokes are like. We're traditionally hopeless at this. So, and you're a hard person to buy for because you're a music lady and you're a pop culture lady. So I thought, what would be a great thing for Mel? What if I was to get her messages from the people that she loves the most? So I asked Kylie Minogue.
Every time I am in Adelaide, I always catch up with the news on 5AA with the wonderful Mel Usher and I. Here it's her birthday, so have a great day.
So there's Kylie Minogue.
Is that real?
What about Ed Sheeran, one of your favourites?
I am Ed Sheeran, and I always listen to Mel on 5AA, and today just wanted to wish her a very happy birthday.
Thank you, Ed. Appreciate that. James Blunt, as you know, one of your all-time favourites. You had a Twitter war with James Blunt. James, have you got something to say to Mel?
Hello, it's James Blunt, one of Mel Usher's favourite singers, and I understand today is her birthday. So have an awesome day. And please come and see me when I am next in Adelaide.
All right, thank you, James. And your all-time favourite, your number one, Madonna.
It's Madonna here, and I had to send one of my biggest fans the best for her birthday. Happy birthday, Mel.
There you go. Happy
I'm
birthday.
not sure that kind of sounded like Madonna, but...
I want to thank Richard Pascoe, who knows all of those people.
Right.
Don't you think the AI Kylie sounds remarkably like Kylie?
Every time I am in Adelaide, I always catch up with the news on 5AA with the wonderful Mel Usher, and I hear it's her birthday, so have a great day.
I should have just left on that one, shouldn't I? So you weren't 100% sure.
Although she could have been a bit more excited about it being my
Kylie.
birthday.
It's Mel's birthday.
Come on.
I was happy with Ed. I was happy with James, but I said to Richard, Madonna's going to ruin this story. Mel's not. So I hope you don't mind. Again, boys aren't very good at buying gifts, but I thought if I couldn't get you a present, what is something that I would love that maybe you will enjoy? It's a bit like when Homer bought Marge the bowling ball in The Simpsons.
It's an experience.
There's one store in town that has mixed lollies. So, and it's not a bad variety. Like you get freckles and you get like there's a snake in there.
You
and
are the
there's
king of mixed lollies.
Well, And do you know how hard it is that I didn't eat that?
I know that would be hard. No,
but Madeline and I, we're trying to work out. We've got to get to something far better. It was poor preparation by us. Thankfully, Facebook reminded us, but just not early enough.
You don't have
Mel.
to buy me a present.
Have you had a nice birthday so far?
Yeah, I'd like a little bit more news today. The news has been a little bit sparse this afternoon, so a few more stories would be nice. But it's okay. It's not a milestone this year. It's just a normal, average, run-of-the-mill birthday.
Stop it. Well, look, hey, it's not every day you get birthday messages from fake Kylie and fake Madonna.
Fake Kylie and lollies. I'm definitely winning.
Madonna sounds nothing like Madonna.
I know. It's Madonna here, and I had to send one of my biggest fans the best for her birthday. Happy birthday, Mel.
That could just be any random American lady, really.
I think I could do a better Madonna than that.
Right, we're going to work on that. But thank you, Richard. I appreciate the effort. Richard Pascoe, Adelaide tech guy, who knows all of these people. It's kind of cool, though, don't you think?
It's a bit of a worry. AI is it's a box
That's where we're going.
We're opening up a big box, a Pandora's box.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Enjoy
Thank you very
your lollies.
much.
Mel Usher, everyone.
Always informative. 5AA. Always Adelaide. 5AA Afternoons with Leap Forest.
All right, let's go. Turkey Tuesdays, thanks to Turkey Flat Vineyards. Maybe we'll chuck the AI in Turkey for the non-Madonna sounding Madonna AI version. If you would like to win a mixed 24-pack of the 250ml Turkey Flat wine cans, this is the Rosé, the Pinot Gris, the Shiraz Grenache. All you got to do is call us now, 8223 0000. Who has been a turkey in your eyes? Maybe it's yourself, maybe someone close to home, or you've seen someone in the public eye. Now, interestingly, people have been texting me saying, hey, Leith, Stacey used to say no to politicians on Turkey Tuesday, and I can now see why. Because there are too many bones of contention. This one said, Leith, it's just a dog. Paul said, I have no problems when Barnaby Joyce tells the dog to sit down. How many parents have actually yelled at us to sit down and behave? You can't tell me that this is appropriate.
Sit down!
In 2026. That's not going to help the dog.
You're defending your leader, but are you really comfortable with where she is taking you?
I think... Sit down! Sorry, it's a dog.
See, I think that's going to go into the kind of collection. You know the guy on A Current Affair that barked like a dog and it became so well known in media circles? I think Barnaby sit down. I might ask Nathan Kosh this before we get to 4 o'clock. Nathan is a 5AA regular pilot and vet. He might have a thought on that. If you've got a turkey for us, we want to hear your chance to win the delicious Turkey Flat Vineyard wines. Dave from South Brighton, who's been a turkey? Oh, hang on, let me play the intro, Dave, for you appropriately.
Time to call in and nominate your Turkey of the Week. Turkey Tuesday.
All right, here we go. Dave, who you got for us?
Well, that's nearly a late entry there.
I know.
Not playing the intro.
Put myself in. Sorry about that.
But I would definitely nominate the English soccer coach for leading in the World Cup semi-final and then deciding let's play defensive. You have a once-in-a-lifetime chance. And trust me, I've been living since I was 5 years old, waiting for him to win another one.
Yes.
So my life is slowly ticking away, and, mate, he just threw the opportunity away. So not just Turkey of the Week, mate, Turkey of the Year.
Yeah, Thomas Tuchel. Do you know what's interesting? Then Argentina decided to take that on board, Dave, in the final. Like, how did
look
they?
How well that,
look
how well that went.
Crazy, wasn't it?
And then England played one of the most attacking games and the most entertaining games. Was 10 goals scored in the game.
Yes.
Out.
Yeah, I know. Did you think it was coming home? I thought it was coming home, Dave. I thought it was coming home.
No. Look, mate, I'd barrack for Australia and everything else,
Mm-hmm.
and I would have if they'd have been playing against England, but there just comes a little time that goes back to my memory of jumping around saying we won the cup, and I would like to see it one more time. And I've been disappointed too many times.
Well, fingers crossed. They're still young enough, a lot of your stars, the Jude Bellinghams of the world, so fingers crossed. Excellent start to the Turkey Tuesday. Who have you got? 8223 0000. Tony from Pennington. Who's been a Turkey, Tony?
Leave, please. It's got to be Sarah Ferguson. She is someone, Barnaby, sure, his blood pressure looks like he's about to explode. But the reality is, man, he answers questions like a bloke down the pub. Now, Sarah, she asks a question, but she will not let anyone answer. She just interjects with her own woke ABC agenda. And the poor guy just got frustrated and he cut loose at the dog. I don't think that's a sin, man. I'd love to have a Barbie with Barnaby, honestly.
So you're turking Sarah?
Sarah's got to go, mate.
Okay.
She's got to go.
I will agree with you. I think she was a little too angry, I think, in the question.
I have to apologise for this dog, which has decided to bail up.
Don't worry about the dog. Just answer the question.
Don't be rude. Don't be rude. Otherwise, this interview will come to a grinding halt.
Yeah, I think that was a little overboard. I'm not sure she needed to be quite that terse, Tony, with that line of questioning.
Give her the turkey, mate.
All right, she's in the running. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Once again, though, I don't agree with Barnaby. And this is as a dog lover.
Sit down!
Till that. That's not going to work with your dog. All right, Linda from Heathfield. Turkey, Linda, who is it?
Oh, good afternoon, Lee, and happy birthday, Mel. So it's my husband and I, because we might be getting a bit old.
Yes.
And I still got my youngest son living home, and we thought, it's a bit lame, we thought we still had 2 tubs of honey left in the pantry that were given to us.
Mm.
And I rang my son, and he says, no, and he says, I think you two are cooked. He's calling us that we're getting a bit past it, so...
Oh, dear. So you're turkeying yourself?
Yes.
It's a self-turkey. Wow.
I know.
Well, you'll have to go to the shops and go and get you some more honey. Linda, lovely nomination. Thank you. You and your husband. Gee whiz. Alan is in Aldinga Beach. You got a turkey for us, Alan?
Yeah, me.
Oh, what did you do? Why are you a turkey?
I'm stupid, that's all.
Oh, just in general, just an across-the-board turkey?
Yeah, I'm just a normal person.
Did you do anything in particular, though? That
I
you
shouted at people. That made everything wrong.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Alan. We'll put you in the queue. I'm not quite sure we've heard enough of the reason why, but hey, it's very honest of you and brave of you to self-turkey yourself. Dan, the Riddle Man's in Plimpton. Dan, who is a turkey, please?
Chris Martin for his efforts of doing the World Cup halftime show.
Oh.
And the 2 hours in the doing the sort of half twerk dance with Madonna.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it was vile, wasn't it? Ronaldinho and Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo.
What the hell was that all about?
I don't know.
It's laughable.
Dan, I love Chris Martin, but who decided to have the Muppets and who decided to have a 40-minute halftime? It was atrocious.
Well, the Muppets probably stole the show. If they had a whole thing just with the Muppets, it would have been a better effort.
Wow. Yeah. How do we celebrate the World Cup? I know. Let's have Justin Bieber play acoustic. Let's have Animal from the Muppets, and let's have 2 of the greatest Brazilian footballers of all time in tight track pants twerking with Madonna.
Twerking with Madonna.
Yeah, that's That is very solid. Thank you for that, Dan. That's well and truly in the running for the Turkey Tuesday of the week. Who's been a turkey? 8223 0000. John from Kadina. Got a turkey, John, or are you coming to the defence of Barnaby Joyce?
Defence of Barnaby Joyce, because unless you've actually worked with sheep, with a sheepdog,
yes,
you can't say to a dog, "Oh, can you get on the back of a sheep, please?" You've got to yell at them. Like, they just don't they don't respond to just normal talking.
Yeah, but he's not in the middle of a paddock chasing a flock of sheep. He's just doing an interview.
Well, the dog was obviously doing something that the camera didn't see.
See that?
Like, honestly, he shouldn't have done it while he's having an interview.
Yeah,
like, he could have
correct.
ignored it, but holy hell.
Well, hey, thank you, John. Look, I will disagree with you. I will politely look. I'm with you. I know how farmers treat their animals, and they're working dogs. But I would have thought at night time when he's on a TV interview, that's not the way to speak to your dog. I'm not sure that's getting the message through. But I appreciate your defence of Barnaby on that one. I tell you what, a man who would know is Nathan Kosh. Nathan Kosh is a regular on 5AA, particularly those of you who listen at night time and overnights. Nathan is not only a qualified pilot, but he's also a vet. And Nathan joins us this afternoon. Nathan, lovely to have you on the show.
My pleasure. Lovely to speak to you, Lee.
Is Barnaby Joyce a turkey?
Well, I'm not qualified in the avian department, so I might, need something from a politician one day, so perhaps I won't call him a turkey as such. Let me say that what he did, I think, was not exactly out of the how to deal with your dog playbook.
No.
Yes, in many respects. I get that he was probably stressed because he was trying to garner votes for his future, but on a number of grounds. Number one, you don't just yell at them out of the blue because they have no idea what you're talking about. There are ways, obviously, if you've got a barky dog, there are ways to try and settle them down and reward them for stopping.
Mm-hmm.
But just sort of yelling like that does absolutely nothing, because not only did the poor dog jump, but I think all of us who actually saw him, we also jumped a little bit and we kept quiet as well. So, I think it's not the right way to go. I'm sure he would regret it. Even he would regret it if he had his time over again. But it's definitely not the way to go. So I shall leave it up to you to judge, but put in my vote, perhaps.
Thank you, Nathan. Surely that would do more harm than good, would it not? Would it not startle the dog or make the dog aggressive potentially?
Well, it just confuses the dog because, 1 minute he's barking, which is communicating. Well, some might argue that Barnaby Joyce was having a bark as well when he was being interviewed. But, it's his way of communicating, and, to be just yelled at like that, with no build-up, with no nothing, with no explanation of, look, this is what I want you to do. I think, this is something obviously that you can't fix in one session, but there were certainly better ways that he could have handled it. But all he would have done was just confuse his dog by yelling at him and saying, well, what did I do? I'm just talking to you.
So as well as being a pilot and a vet, you do a lot of media too. If you were in that position, if your dog was barking, how would you get the dog to be quiet so you can continue?
I'd probably just say, look, excuse me for a sec, and then just take the dog, put it in another room briefly, or just try and talk to it quietly and just say it's okay, just calm down, quieten down, and reward him for being quiet rather than just yell like that. As I say, I'm sure he felt under pressure to get the dog quiet, but that's certainly not the way to go about it.
Thank you, Nathan. We love your work on 5AA. Good to speak.
Thank you. Lovely to speak to you, and hello to everyone in Adelaide.
All right. Have you got a Turkey Tuesday for us? 8223 0000. More after the break.
Sit down!
Get out of bed with Ned and Sam. That's 5AA Early Breakfast, live from 5 with Ned McHenry and Sam Daddo. Thanks to Peppers, SA-developed truck strength cleaning products, keeping your logistics fleet clean. Search Peppers Truck Strength.
Great drive-away offers on select Mazda SUVs are on now, like the Mazda CX-3 Pure from $39.90 drive away, or the Mazda CX-30 Pure from $33,990 drive away. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. See Mazda.com.au for details.
Adelaide's local, trusted and truly connected talkback radio station. 5AA, always Adelaide.
In the 2025 CanStar Blue Awards, Automasters was rated Australia's top pick for most satisfied customers for a car servicing group. With AutoCam, you get a video report on your car with an itemised quote. That's credibility through transparency. So switch and save on brakes, logbook servicing, mechanical repairs and more. All with the flexibility of pay later options. Call 1300 Automasters.
You can feel the difference.
Bob here. Hey, look, I just want to let you know that I'm writing my will. I know. I'm not carking it anytime soon, but thought you'd be happy to hear I'm leaving you the boat, mate.
Be like Pop. Write your legal will for free, online and done in minutes at everywill.com.au.
Every will, write your will for free.
Home. It's the one place that should make the world slow down. Morning coffee overlooking Adelaide's treasured parklands. An evening stroll home from the East End. Some views last a lifetime. This is one of them. Welcome to Royal Apartments by Palumbo. A rare opportunity to own luxurious 1, 2 and 3 bedroom residences and penthouses, where city vibrance meets fringe tranquility. royalapartments.com.au.
For seafood that looks and tastes like it came out of the ocean this morning, go to McGill's Fresh Seafood, because chances are it did. Find McGill's Fresh Seafood at the top of McGill Road in the McGill Village Shopping Centre. Owner Andy is originally from Port Lincoln with over 40 years of experience in the fishing and seafood retail industry. Fresh seafood bought daily from local suppliers, sourcing Australia-wide, then processed on site. Expect the best at McGill's Fresh Seafood. Bought today, sold today.
Rundle Street East is where Adelaide comes to feel inspired. This vibrant city boulevard balances historic charm and modern sophistication. Discover leading Australian fashion labels like Victoria & Woods, Assembly Label, Morrison, Caliber and Saba, alongside sought-after lifestyle brands like Honey and Gorman. From long lunches to late nights, cafes, restaurants and wine bars spill onto the street, shaping a place to linger, return to and rediscover. This is Rundle Street East.
Let's go!
Our Aussies are ready to make their mark at the Commonwealth Games on 7 and 7+.
Our team is ready.
All of Australia is set. Let's go. The Commonwealth Games begin Friday 6:30pm. Free only on 7 Mate and 7+.
In the 2025 CanStar Blue Awards, Automasters was rated top pick for most satisfied customers for a car servicing group. Book your service or repair now. Call 1300 Automasters.
You can feel the difference.
5AA Afternoons with Leap Forest.
9 minutes to 4, Turkey Tuesday. If you've got one, text, call, email. You can see us on the YouTube live stream and on Facebook. I like this from Sean. He said, like, there was no dog. Barnaby was just trying to chew up time in a live interview because he was getting eaten alive. Oh, good conspiracy theory, Sean. I don't understand how people treat a dog like a human, says another. People sleep with them and make them 5-course meals. You've clearly never had a dog. 234. You don't have the love in your heart. I'm going to turkey you for that. How do you not love dogs and treat them like humans? They're your furry children. They're the best. Andrew said Barnaby yelling at the dog is a storm in a teacup. You hear kids getting yelled at, people yelling at their dogs. He's real. He doesn't deny it. He doesn't try to cover it up like Albo did with his stage fall. No, and we turkeyed Albo for that. But don't just, let him get away with it if you don't think that's appropriate. Caroline loves hearing from Nathan Kosh. And Jeff said, I'm the biggest turkey. People get very passionate about their Turkey Tuesday. Not happy I'm having a crack at Barnaby. Rosie said, I think Barnaby's more frustrated with Pauline because he's back here. He has to face up not knowing what she's going to say next. Graham thinks the moon landing conspiracy theorists, they're all turkeys of the week. And another vote for Sarah on the ABC getting the turkey. Lots of turkey around. Danny from Henley Beach South. Hello, Danny.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
Very well. Who's your turkey, Danny?
Turkey goes to a optometrist down at Marion Shopping Centre. I may or may not be allowed to say who they are. I took my disability participant down there today to have them explain as to why she needed to constantly have her glasses changed. What it appears that's happened is that, one, they didn't test. Two, they haven't made the lenses properly. And what they've actually done is upsold her on things that she hadn't asked for.
Oh,
and inevitably, they've thought that it's okay to take advantage of someone with a disability because she wasn't able to understand them initially the first time.
Yeah.
So I went in there this afternoon with her, and what we've ended up doing is actually getting a full refund because they just did completely the wrong thing.
Yeah, sadly, Danny, that's more than a turkey, isn't it? I mean, we have a bit of fun with this segment, but no, that's poor form. That's really poor.
So big turkey shout out to an optometrist at Marion that boasts that they can save people money on their spectacles.
Yes.
And they just don't do the right thing. So big turkey to them.
Well done, Danny. In the running, thank you for that. Matt from Stepney, you can have our last turkey, Matt, who has been a turkey.
Not only are you a turkey, you sound childish and pathetic.
Who does?
You do.
Me?
You've
Why?
been talking all day about a bloke yelling at a dog. There's people getting killed, there's street invasions, there's house invasions, all sorts. And you're worried about a bloke yelling at a dog. You sound pathetic and childish, mate.
Okay. Thanks, Matt.
Absolutely. You're like a left-wing, whingy sook, mate. Get over yourself.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate that. Not sure you're going to win. Thank you for everyone for their turkeys. Who wins? Should we give Danny? Yeah, I think so too. They were all excellent, apart from the last one. They're all excellent, but yeah, no, that's unacceptable. So what we'll do, Danny, we'll give you the prize, and you can enjoy that with your family, and just hopefully that message gets through that we don't want people doing the wrong thing. If people have disabilities, don't take advantage of them. 24-pack of the 250ml turkey flat wine cans, the rosé, the Pinot Gris, the Shiraz Grenache, all coming your way. You'll enjoy that. Thanks again to Turkey Flat. The rosé is a favourite. Strawberries, floral undertones, crisp finish and more. Just drink responsibly. Well done. Thank you. Gee, people get passionate about their turkey. We're allowed an opinion. I haven't said anything about his politics. I just said he shouldn't talk to a dog like that. That's all. People getting very feisty. So before we go, two bits of good news on this Turkey Tuesday. One is that Brad, who we spoke to earlier, was having issue with his ANZ Bank. You know, he was camping and touring WA. You'll be happy to know the phone issue has been fixed and he now has money, which is excellent news. We spoke to ANZ Media, glad that the situation has been fixed. They've noted down all the details and hopefully that will never happen again. So that is excellent news. And the second bit, which is terrific, if you follow the Adelaide Crows on social media, you'll see this today. The great Tony Modra has put out a photo on social media of Tony, Erica and the kids. And he says SA Ambulance and South Coast District Hospital and the Flinders Medical Centre saved his life, put his life back together with some few titanium plates and got him home. Beautiful photo with the family, which is excellent news. And the Crows have retweeted that out saying, "We love you, mods." Isn't that great to see as Stephen Rowe joins us for a second or two ahead of the show? Isn't that good to see the great man with the family?
Lovely family.
Out and about. Getting out in public now more, which is good for mods.
Just landed. He looks good, which is great. I sent him a text. Looks great. Well, he's got a recovery. He's got a couple more things that need to happen for him. But
not out of the woods.
It was horrendous when the news came through. It was a shock. We're just so grateful that everyone's okay. And again, to all the emergency services, everything had to happen right for him to be okay.
Yep.
The lady that was there.
Yep.
There was somebody coming the other way that was with the SES, and then the helicopter. They were amazing.
Everyone did their roles, didn't they?
As you know, I've got a business up in Alice Springs, and the Royal Flying Doctors up there save people's lives every day. And our remote regions, every day. They're one of the great services, and, you know.
Yeah, the boss rang the day I was on that night, and I'm like, how do you process that in real time, not knowing where it was going? Because we thought it was going pear-shaped.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, it was bloody scary.
Yep. No, great to see, Mods, your star.
Yeah, good man.
Well done.
Hey,
Big show.
Crows from here can finish top four. Well, they can go deep. They're building and building. And look, they had a powerful win against Sydney. Sydney weren't at their best, but they still got to beat them.
Yep.
Fogg's out. Tex is in. They play Collingwood Thursday night. He'll kick his 700th. He's a Monty for that. Cannot wait for that. We're going to boo the gizzards out of Isaac Quainer in his 150th on that infamous game that, what happened with Isaac.
Right.
So we've got Dean Brogan on. Dan McStay from the Pies. We'll speak to him. Eddie Maguire after 5.
Excellent.
And you don't reckon I'll give him a couple of rib ticklers?
No, you should.
A couple of little, little crusties across the head, a couple of little slaps. So then he'll probably king hit me straight back. Luke Webster from Port Adelaide. And Samples Darren Chandler will join us. There's some talk that the reserves competition for the Sample might be...
Oh, dear.
I was going to say bone. You can't say that at your time because kids are in the car.
That's fine. You can probably say that, but
Yeah,
yes.
fair call.
Okay, we'll be watching. Stephen Rowe, Tim Geneva coming up from 4 o'clock. Barnaby, should Rowie stand or sit down for the show?
Sit down! Coming up next, Adelaide's only local sport show. It's the very latest in sport, live from Adelaide. Enjoy the crisp, clear digital sounds now with the